Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna talk about settings. We're gonna really focus on how you can at the best set up your Nemble account to serve correctly what you need to do on your multiple channels connected. We separated in Nemble New settings which are common to all channels, which we call sync settings, and then settings which are specific channel by channel. In this video we're gonna look into the sync settings. So those settings which are common for all channels. Let's get into my Nemble account on my laptop. All right, we are into the channels tab of my Nemble account. You can see I have a bunch of channels already connected, but right now we're gonna focus on the settings as I anticipated. They're divided among main sync settings, price rules, and inventory control. Let's see them one by one, starting from the main settings. There are 4, and the first one is quantity sync towards Nemble. You can turn it on or off per each of your connected channels, and this tells the system to import the changes in stock count you get in each of your channels when you receive an order. And in this case, for instance, it's off for Etsy and it's on for Shopify, Amazon, eBay, and WooCommerce. This means that if you received an order on Shopify or on Amazon, this order will change actually your quantity in Nemble, and therefore it will change it to all your connected channels. But if you get an order in Etsy, this will not change the stock count in Nemble, and therefore, of course, if it doesn't change in Nemble, it will change nowhere else. The second setting is a content update from Nemble. Similar command, actually identical command. You can keep it on or off, and in this case, for instance, it's off for Shopify and Amazon, and it's on for eBay, WooCommerce, and Etsy. And this tells the system to transfer or not transfer any changes that you or members of your team may perform in a product in Nemble. It gets syndicated, yes or no, to a list of channels. This is specifically useful for those users that have, for instance, Shopify as their main channel. They make edit in Shopify and they do not want any change in content that may happen in Nemble for whatever reason to be syndicated back to their Shopify account. So they should turn off the content update from Nemble in this case. Leading channel. The leading channel is a setting that enables you to decide what is your source channel in terms of content. Right now, we only have this option for Shopify channels, meaning that you can have up to 10 different Shopify users, Shopify stores connected to your unique Nemble. And Nemble and Shopify have a special relationship, so that Nemble does actually receive edits that you, your team members, or any automated software does into your Shopify listings in Shopify. We receive them, and we, in case the content update from Nemble is turned on, will syndicate those changes into other channels. You can choose which of your up to 10 Shopify stores is your leading Shopify channel. Last setting in the main settings is the transfer orders. Once again, Nemble transfers orders from any connected channel, first received into Nemble, then from Nemble into any of your 10 connected Shopify stores. Just one of them, right? And here you can choose which one will receive the orders that you receive in other channels. Let's move on to price rules. And here you can see there's a list of channels, and these channels are those among your connected channels that do have prices. Any Nemble user can decide whether having or not price rules. So there's an off here, or you can have a percentage or a plus and minus. And if the price rule is on, if you want a percentage change or a pure price change. So in this screenshot we're seeing here, actually in this settings, we can see that for Etsy, we have a pure number change, and each and single product, each and single SKU put on sale on Etsy will have on Etsy a price which is 5 currency units. You may be in dollars, or you may be in British pounds or in euro. Whatever your channel setting is, will have €5 or $5 more. We can reduce this 4, 3, 2, 1, or you can go negative. So -4, -6, -7 dollars. The one, or we can keep it to 0 as it is, There's no difference between having 0 and turning it off at all. The second, Shopify has a -10 and there's a percentage. So you can have percentage change, and again, whatever percentage you want. You may have a -5% on Shopify, or you can have a plus 10% or whatever percentage you desire. This is true for all channels. At the bottom, you have a psychological pricing 0.99, which can be turned on or off. And this function rounds your prices to the nearest 0.99 total price. The purpose of this is to make your prices pretty, and it's a psychological treasure for buyers. You surely know about it. It just typically increases your sales a little bit or a lot, depending on your customers. Last setting among the sync settings is the inventory control. Inventory control exists only for Etsy and eBay channels, and the meaning of this is that you can actually limit the pieces of stock displayed on your channels to a maximum. In this case, you have 3 pieces. Typical number is $9.99 for Etsy, and maybe 5 for eBay. The sense is that Etsy has a maximum amount of items you can have on sale in any given moment for any given SKU, and that number is $9.99. So we see a lot of you sellers having set this at $9.99. Or you may use this function to create a sense of scarcity. So even if you have, let's say, eBay down here, you have 10 pieces or 100 pieces for that in your stock on your shelves, you just ask Nemble to display 5 items or even 1 item or 2 items out of the 100 you have on shelf, so that your buyers always have the feeling that they have to grab the last few items available for what they like. Again, there's no save button. You just set what you want, and you can turn this off if you desire, or on again. And you just leave the settings, you go on your products, and you start listings and you start your operations. From now on, the new settings as you save them are working in your Nemble account for all channels you decided them to work for. That's all. Enjoy your sales. If you have any questions, just write to us down in the comments here, or feel free to chat with us just by pressing the red button down right in your Nemble account. We do reply during business hours in Central Europe, and we tend to sleep at night, and we ski over weekends, and in summer we do surf, so we may be a little bit slower at replying than you may expect, especially for US users. But we do have now a very special artificial intelligence, which we call Ruby, and she is very creative at times, but other times she does reply very, very, very well. Bye-bye, enjoy.